Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another day. I'm super excited for today's topic, and I just want to thank everyone and just say how blessed I am to be able to have a YouTube channel and talk about Jesus. And really, coming out and doing that is something that's pretty scary, but the support I've received from my friends, my family, has made it a lot easier for me to post confidently. So I want to thank everyone for that. Today, I was having a thought about why persistent prayer and asking God for things is important and it's good. So let me begin with my story. So it starts about 4 weeks ago when I had started basketball. And I was super excited to play basketball this year because the previous 3 years I had not been able to play because I've been injured. I had been injured my eighth grade year due to breaking my ankle, my freshman year due to surgery, and my sophomore year due to surgery. So this year I was super excited to play, but I ended up spraining my ankle and needing surgery once again. So after receiving that news, obviously I was devastated and I didn't know how to handle it. I stopped doing things like praying consistently, reading my Bible consistently, and I even started slipping up with my homework. That weekend when I was injured, it had completely slipped my mind that I had two assignments for a college class due that weekend, due on the Sunday night. So when Monday had rolled around and I was at school, I checked my grade and I had zeros on those two assignments because I had not completed them. So the first thing I did, I went to talk to the professor and I emailed her and I asked her just if she could give me another chance. I tried to explain to her my situation. Then after that, 2 weeks had passed and I had not received a response. And I was telling someone about how I had not received a response and I thought she was upset and that she was busy or she didn't even want to respond because I was asking. And they told me, "Did you check on the website where the email is?" And I said no because I had thought that you could receive mail where you sent it as well. So when I checked it, I had saw that she actually had sent she had actually sent me an email 2 weeks prior saying, "It's okay, just turn it into me by the end of the week and I'll give you credit for it." So when I saw that, again, I was super upset because I had been granted another chance, but I had not seen the email. So I emailed her once again, asking her, "Hey, I did not see your email. I didn't know that I had to go on the Outlook. I didn't know I had to go on Outlook to see the email. I thought I could just see it from the classroom." And that night after I'd sent the email, I was just really hoping that she would accept my work, even though how late it was. And instead of just sitting back and hoping that something would happen, what I did was I turned to praying this time. And I prayed to God that she would accept it and give me credit for those assignments. And surely enough, the next day, I go in and check my email and I see that she gives me credit for the assignments and she tells me that it's okay, to not worry about it, and that she'll get those in. So that, like many things in my life, I mentioned in my testimony as well that I asked God if He could make it so that my mom would be able to deliver a baby after a very high risk pregnancy. And surely enough, now today I have my beautiful baby sister. And it really, really reminded me of a parable that Jesus told about the widow asking the unrighteous judge for justice. The widow consistently asked the unrighteous judge. She asked and asked and asked and asked and asked until the unrighteous judge, being annoyed of the widow, ended up granting her justice. And Jesus says, if the unrighteous judge grants this widow justice, then what do you think that my Father in heaven will do for you? And that really hit me, right? Because my whole life, I'd had the attitude that me asking God for things is bad and it is selfish, that I'm asking God for anything because He's already given me so much. But the truth is, if you ask God for things with pure intentions, He most likely will grant them to you. Prayer is super important. God wants you to ask Him. God wants you to talk to Him. God wants you to come to Him for things. God would rather you come to him for something than you thinking that you can do everything on your own. So, really, just those two things in my life just showed me really how much asking God for things is important. And it also helps build our relationship with God. It helps strengthen our faith. When we ask God for something and He grants it, it just shows us how real He is. And it really strengthens our relationship with Him. So I really encourage you guys to keep talking to God and keep asking Him things. Praying persistently is very important. Prayer always, whether your life is going good or whether your life is going bad. And also the other lesson that moment showed me is that I can't just stop praying. I can't just stop asking God for help when things are going bad. Whether things are going good, whether things are going bad, I need to consistently ask God, talk to God, and keep building my relationship with God. Well, today was a bit of a short episode, but I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And let me know your thoughts in the comments about asking God for help and what your thoughts are on prayer. And thank you for watching.